Hello students, welcome to the mathematics class of standard 7th. So we already started with the chapter integers, and in our previous class we learnt addition and subtraction of the integers. Today we will see the multiplication of integers. So before I start the multiplication of integers, so there is a one small rule which we have to learn for the multiplication of integers, because we know that integers contain positive and negative numbers. What if I multiply a positive number with a negative number? What will be the product? Is it a positive or a negative? So we'll see the rule and we will come to know whether it is positive or a negative. See here, if both numbers are positive, plus into plus will remain a plus. For example, if you multiply both the positive numbers 3 into 5, both are positive. If there is nothing else, there will be a plus sign over there. So 3 into 5 is 15. The answer will also be in the positive, that is plus into plus will be plus. What if both the numbers are negative? If it is 3 into minus 5. See here, when both numbers are negative, that means minus into minus will become a plus here. Minus into minus will become a plus. See here, both are minus here. Minus into minus is plus. 3 into 5 will be 15. Remember, plus into plus is equal to plus. Minus into minus is equal to plus. Suppose what if plus 3 into minus 5. So here, if it is plus into minus, then it will be minus 15. If it is minus into plus, then also it will be minus 15. So just remember this rule. This will be applicable for you in solving the future examples. If it is plus into plus, will be plus. Minus into minus will be plus. If it is plus into minus, then you will get minus. Minus into plus you will get minus. Remember this rule for the multiplication. Suppose, what if there are three numbers for the multiplication? If there are three numbers, you don't know which type it is. If it is minus 3, 5, minus 3, how you will multiply? Look here. Minus, if there is nothing means plus. Minus into plus will be minus. Minus into minus will be plus. 3 into 5, 15. 15 into 5, 45. Very simple it is. First you multiply this two. Minus and into is into plus is there. Minus into plus will become minus 15 into minus 3. Next, both are minus here. So it will become minus into minus will become plus 45. See, this is how you have to multiply if it is 3. If it is 4, the same continues. Now, we will see the closure under multiplication. Whether integers are closed under multiplication or no, we will check. Take any two integers, any 2 or 3 you take, that depends. Here we will take two integers, any two integers, minus 3 and 5 we have taken. We have already taken, we will take the same numbers again, that is minus 3 and 5. We will check whether these are closed under multiplication or no. Closed under multiplication means if we take two integers and multiply, the product should also be an integer. So we will see it. If I multiply minus 3 into 5, minus into plus will be minus 15. Is minus 15 an integer? Yes, because integers contain positive or negative numbers. If you want to take one more example, if it is 2 and 4, so 2 into 4 is equal to 8. Here 2 is also integer, 4 is also integers. 2 into 4, 8. Product you got integers. That means multiplication is closed. Integers are closed under multiplication. Therefore, integers are closed under. Therefore, integers are closed under multiplication. And also say that in general, for any integers, AB, A into B. For any integers AB, A into B is also an integer. Is also an integer. Is also an integer. This is very simple. Take any two integers. One is positive or negative, or both the negative or both the positive. You take and multiply. After you get a product, that will also be an integer. Next, we'll see the commutativity of multiplication. Very simple here to find the commutativity. That take any two integers, multiply it, and reverse those integers and multiply it. See whether both are equal or not. For example, we'll take example 5 and minus 7. So if I multiply 5 into minus 7, I will get plus into minus is minus 35. And if I take minus 7 into 5, I am interchanging the numbers here. If it is minus 7 into 5, plus into minus is minus 7 into 5 is 35. Both the sides I got 35. I have interchanged here. Here I have taken 5 into 7, but here 5 into minus 7, but here I have taken minus 7 into 5. I have interchanged the numbers, but at the end I got the product same. That means multiplication is commutative for integers. That means multiplication is commutative for integers. Therefore, in general, for any integers, A and B, A into B is equal to B into A. That means if you interchange the number and multiply, at the end product will be same. For example, if you want, take many examples you take and check it. If it is 3 into 6 is equal to 6 into 3, I will say. 3 into 6 is also 18 and 6 into 3 is also 18. That means only you are interchanging the number, but at the end product will remain the same. If you take the negative signs of the number, if it is minus 2 into minus 8, minus 8 into minus 2. Here also minus into minus is plus 16. Here also minus into minus is plus 16. So very simple it is. If you interchange the number and multiply, at the end product will remain same. We'll see the next property, multiplication by 0. Multiplication by 0. Here any number you multiply by 0, at the end product is 0, or with 0 you multiply any number, at the end product is 0. For example, if you want to take 35 into 0 is equal to 0, or you can take it as 0 into 35, it will also be 0. You multiply anything with a 0, at the end product is 0. If you take 1 lakh into 0, at the end product is 0. Yes, any number if you multiply by 0, the product will remain 0. Therefore, you can say in general, for any integer A, any integer you take and multiply, either it may be positive or a negative. Any integer A into 0 is equal to 0, or 0 into A is equal to 0. This is very simple. It means any number you multiply by 0, the answer is 0. Only this much it means. Next we will see the multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity. Take a number and multiply it with a number, and the same number has to come as a product. If I take 2, my product should be 2. That means I have to multiply it with how much? So 2. I will multiply with the one number. That number I don't know, but at the end I need product 2. So to which number I have to multiply? If I take here 2, 2 into 2 will be 4. It not be 1. So 1 I will take. 2 into 1 is equal to 2. If it is, this is first example. If it is second example, 4 into 1 is equal to 4, or it may take 3, 5, 7, 8, 9 into 1 is equal to 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. the same number will repeat in the product part. If you multiply it with the 1, the same number will come in the product part. So for that we will call it as a multiplicative identity. So which is the multiplicative identity here? 1 is the multiplicative identity. So is the multiplicative identity means, remember, 1 is the multiplicative identity, and in our previous class I told you which is the additive identity. So the additive identity is 0 and multiplicative identity is 1. Remember this. So if you want to write generalize and write in general, for any integers, a into 1 is equal to a, or 1 into a is equal to a. This is about the multiplication by 0 and multiplicative identity. On the homework, show that integers are closed under multiplication by taking any two examples. Take any two integers and multiply and see that at the end answer also is an integer. Show that multiplication is commutative for integers by taking any two examples. Take any two examples of your choice. If it is 2 and minus 3 or minus 3 and 5, like that you take any two examples and show that multiplication is commutative for integers, that is a into b is equal to b into a, that you have to show. So hope you enjoyed this session. See you in the next session. Thank you.